Okay, for that emboss error that you're receiving, there are two things that we need to look at. On these sensors, they almost never fail just on their own. One of two things happens. Either the sensor itself physically gets damaged, or a wire on the harness or the sensor itself gets broken, clipped. That's the only reason 99.999% of the time that any of these things fail. So the sensor that is going to be your issue is right here on this emboss wheel, this top one right here that you can see. So I need you to take a close-up video showing me that. Sometimes there's an outer case or shell on this photo sensor that can pop up. Sometimes you can snap it back down without damaging it. But we need to check for damage here, and then we also right here these have a little quick disconnect. If you push on the top, it slides out. So we need to make sure that the sensors are plugged in right here. So we need to make sure, check for damage, and then the connection. If that doesn't fix the issue, what this thing does is give you a home position on this upper piece here. You can see you can see it right there. There's a gap right here, and so when that goes around to that sensor, that tells it where the home position is, so that the stepper motors know how many steps away from home it is, and that's how it identifies where each of these keys are. So there's no way to fix that without, there's no way for this thing to operate without knowing where home is. All the sensors have a home of every module on this thing of where it starts, so that the stepper motors know how far to go and how many steps to turn. So that's what we need to check and look at. If you verify that, for instance, if you just lightly grab this and you kind of just give it a little bit of a tug, just barely any pressure, it shouldn't give. It shouldn't give at all. If it does, then you can kind of just gently push it straight down, and it'll click back in place. And then again, these connections here. Short of that, this would need to be replaced, because this sensor right here is not seeing that home, and that's why it continues just to spin.